I'm hungry, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What, you trying to get a little snacky snack?
I just want a snacky snack. What should I go for? Should I go for the chips?
You want Oreos.
We're not supposed to mention brands. I almost said Doritos, but I was like, I'm not going to mention brands. Potato chips. What do we snack on? Potato
Cookies.
chips, cookies,
Yeah.
donuts.
Donuts.
Oh, yeah. Got to have that
Some
donuts.
chocolate milk?
We snack on chocolate milk. I don't even know that's possible. Oh, my gosh. So today we're talking about snacking. We usually snack on the bad stuff. So obviously today we're going to talk about snacking on the good stuff.
Ooh, the good snacks.
Hey, man, why don't you snack on the good
An
stuff?
apple a day covered in pesticides keeps the doctor away.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's an apple a day not covered in pesticides keeps the doctor away. An apple a day covered in pesticides just adds
Doesn't
to
do
your
anything.
trash pile of free radicals in your body.
All right, bro, let's talk about some snacking.
Let's do it.
You want me to start? I'm Jonathan Noel.
And I'm Brian Noel.
This is Forms and Focus.
Where we provide guided forms that manifest.
Radical focus.
We want you to be focused as boy. I guess that would have been like a fuck.
All right, bro.
Bro, we're talking about snacking today. We did a whole series on a bunch of bad stuff. This series, we're talking about just some simple things we can eat to replace, to help with offset all those toxins and chemicals and
so
shit we put in our
when you think
body.
of a snack, honestly, what do we crave? We always crave the bad stuff. Why?
Yeah.
Because it has fats and salt.
Yeah, and sugar.
And fats are delicious.
They are.
And sugar.
And they're literally designed in a lab to fire our brains, like literally light up our brains and go like, yes,
Yeah, I forget
want
where I
that.
saw this. Maybe it was doing the research for another episode, but fat and sugar basically don't exist in nature together.
That's pretty
naturally.
wild.
So when you do have it, like, think of like sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, chocolate, sorry.
Yeah.
Sugar has high fat, high sugar content. Your body, like, doesn't even know what to do.
Freaks out.
It freaks out in a great way. That's why it's so good. That deep fried donut is good for a reason. So, knocking out some stats here. This is coming from Harvard Science of Snacking. The food and beverage industry spends almost $14 billion with a B per year on advertising in the U.S., more than 80% of which promotes fast foods.
Yeah. And sugary drinks, candy, and other unhealthy snacks.
Hey, bro, why would anyone solve big problems in the world when you can spend $14 billion on advertising fast food?
I mean, I've never seen an advertisement that's like, you hungry? Here's a piece of broccoli. From Broccoli Sourcing USA. I've never seen it.
Oh, man, that's pretty funny.
So here's what happens. Here's why we snack. Emotional eaters and those under psychological stress have been found to eat more energy-dense snacks, especially those higher in sugar. In fact, you're stressed out. We talked about, we
Yep.
spent a big series on stress and conflict and fear and anxiety and all those things. And so we pretty much, based on the stats from those episodes, we live in a constant state of fear and anxiety.
For
Which-
some people.
For a lot of for most
Yeah.
people, right? Statistically speaking. So what that does to our body is it drives us to want snacks. And what do we want? We want, just like you said, we want the fats, bro.
Yep.
We want the sugar.
Yep.
Gives us that high.
It really does. And it, like you said, it's designed for you to crave it. Yeah, bro, it's pretty sad. We're stressed. And what do you have? You've got people spending, what was it? $14 billion advertising to you all these unhealthy snack options.
Yeah. You're sitting there stressed out in your life. You're watching TV and a nice little candy bar shows up. and
Yeah, on
you're
the
like,
TV, and it happens like 20 times. So eventually, you go to the gas station to get gas, and what do you leave with? A bag of something,
Yep. And you
a corn snack covered in cheese,
crush it in your car.
and then a chocolate bar. Anyway, so in children, snacking makes up about 27% of their daily calorie intake, and there has been a substantial increase in snacking habits over the past few decades. So children are snacking more.
So again, it's all about accessibility, right?
Exactly.
You want to increase revenue. You want to increase profitability. You continue to find ways to process the food, and then you make it accessible everywhere, always.
And then when you process it enough, the shelf life lasts longer.
That's right.
So it can just sit in the gas station for 6 months.
Yeah.
Before you buy it.
So I saw a marketing strategy for one of the big soda brands. It's called WAR, within arm's reach. So no matter what, when you have a craving, it's within arm's reach. So you think about every store you go to, every gas station you go to, every pretty much retail location you go to. These things are within arm's reach.
It's basically war on your health, really, at that point.
It really is.
Well, yeah.
So
sweet.
1/4 So 1/4 of American surveys said they snack multiple times a day, and 1/3 snacked at least once daily. The most popular reasons for snacking is because they were hungry or thirsty, which we talked about.
Yep.
When you're craving food, drink a big glass of water immediately first to be eaten as sweet or salty treat, and because snack foods were easily available.
In arm's reach.
Yeah, man.
War.
I
like that.
It's true, man. War.
That's a great strategy, though. You take food that literally doesn't exist in nature by combining all this fat, sugar, and salt, and you just make it accessible to everyone. No wonder you can't say no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically like heroin for your gut.
That's a good way to look at it.
You know?
It's funny. We criticize, like, you see all the homeless reports and all this kind of stuff, and they're addicted to all this crazy stuff.
What are you addicted to right now?
What are you addicted to?
Fast food,
sugar and fat.
Yeah. Do you have candy in the pantry? Ice cream in the freezer?
That's right.
You have donuts 3 days a week
at the office.
You're addicted too.
Yeah.
There's basically no room to talk.
So what do we talk about in the one episode? You know that person that's always late to a meeting, but they just come in with donuts?
Fire them. Fire them for being late and bringing donuts.
Yeah, for trying to kill everyone.
Especially if it's cheap donuts.
So, bro, there's got to be a solution, man. What do we do? We're at war. Our gut is at war.
Basically,
what do we do?
So it definitely helps to have some understanding.
I loved this. What do we need to understand, bro?
Your desires.
That's right. In the moment when we have a craving, we need to understand our desires. What do we want?
It looks like a lot of times we want something crunchy. Yeah, those chips. That kettle corn. Oh, I want some caramel popcorn right now.
I want something crunchy right now.
Texture. It's a texture thing.
It really is.
So, you know what else is crunchy? Raw vegetable sticks.
Yeah, celery. Celery's crunchy.
Nuts, seeds, whole grain crackers, apple.
Yeah.
Without pesticides.
So it's pretty funny that when I read this, I love this. So when I went for a good 3 months on vegan and gluten-free.
Nice.
So, and then I was vegan for over a year, and actually I felt great. It's the best I felt in my whole life. And then I went off it. So I should probably figure out how to at least moderate some of that. But what I craved the most.
What was that?
When I was vegan and gluten-free was crunchy things, like buttery, crunchy things. Crunchy bread. Like just toasted bread with butter on it. That's what I craved the most.
That makes sense to me, man.
Yeah. A nice buttery piece of toast, all sourdough bread. Oh, that's what I struggle with.
It's amazing what you crave, like when you're hungry.
Yeah. So what do we crave next, bro?
Creamy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So instead of
what do we go to that's bad when we want creamy? Ice cream,
pudding,
milkshakes,
milkshakes. When was the last time you had pudding, bro?
What's that? It's not chocolate pudding. It's that special chocolate. What's that called?
What do you mean, the tapioca pudding?
I don't know. No, it's not that.
What's the special chocolate?
I'll remember it after we get done with this episode. Oh man, there was something that Mom used to make. Oh, it was so good.
I think it was just chocolate pudding.
Yeah, but it was a special kind of pudding.
It was a special pudding. So instead of the unhealthy, creamy things, you can just get you a nice bowl of cottage cheese, yogurt. Oh, hummus. Yeah.
Hummus all day.
Avocado. Definitely hummus hits that texture for me.
Yeah.
And hummus has a lot of fat, so it's a
Yeah.
great snack.
Hmm.
So I eat a lot of hummus.
Avocados for me.
You're an
I love
avocado guy?
avocados.
You're
Love 'em.
avocado? Yeah. I mean, they
Avocado.
are good. I crush a lot of hummus. Sweet.
Sweet. This is
Javi.
the hard one
It's
because
tough.
most of us struggle with all the sweet stuff. So
Yeah.
when you're go ahead.
You go ahead, bro.
So when you're craving something sweet, so this is it's pretty interesting.
Mhm.
So have you ever eaten Skittles?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you've had Skittles. Now Skittles are like, I'm not
Pure
saying
sugar.
they've got all the dyes in them, like they're pretty atrocious. But if you haven't had anything sweet for several days,
Mhm.
and then you eat fruit, like the sweetness from that fruit,
Oh, it's legit.
like it's like amazing to your tongue. So we get our family, our mom brings us peaches from South Carolina,
Yeah.
South Carolina every year.
Yep.
Best peaches I've ever had.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And when you haven't had ice cream and a candy bar and all that kind of stuff for days, and you go to eat something like a
Oh, it's
really
so you can actually
good-
taste the
you
sweetness.
can taste it. Like
Yeah.
it's so and it's tart. It's got that
Right.
sweet
So-
tartness to it. Oh, so good.
When you don't eat a lot of sugar, you notice the sugar in things. Like when we were talking
Yes.
about that one episode with the corn salsa
Yes.
with the sugar. How stupid that was. Yeah.
corn salsa, first ingredient was sugar.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Another quick story. When I lived in Wisconsin, and there's Culver's everywhere. Everyone in the Midwest, you know what a Culver's is. They do frozen custard. So I got to the point where I was eating frozen custard like 5 days a week. Every day around whatever, going home from work, shit like that.
Nice.
But your body expects it. It just becomes a timer.
Yeah.
Literally. So right around 5, boom, it hits you. You're like, you know what? I want something sweet. And it's no joke, man.
Yeah.
And it gets bad.
Yeah. It's like
You got to break the cycle.
if you go to an office and they have donuts every morning,
Yeah.
and then like someone doesn't bring donuts, like
You want
can't-
something sweet.
You can't focus for 2 hours doing your job because your brain's like sugar.
Your gut
sugar.
bacteria expects it.
Yeah.
And you didn't give it to them, and they're pissed. And they let you know. Trust me. All right, so
Oh,
next we
what's
got
last?
savory, salty. Absolutely. This is me. Chips. I mean, what are we eating chips for, bro? What have you ever just eaten a potato without salt or butter?
It is.
What does it taste like?
Cardboard,
So why are we eating the chips? It's got fat and salt.
fat and salt.
Exactly.
Oh, so good.
So what can we do? We can have some sliced cheese, roasted chickpeas, handful of nuts, some nut butter.
So last month I did a 10-day, I did a 3-day water fast and a 7-day juice fast, and
Dang,
it was
bro.
pretty difficult.
Yeah, it sounds
That
hard.
was the longest I've ever done. So I want to do it for 30 days one day, maybe next year. But anyway, so if I got really hungry and I was really craving the salty, sweet, crunchy, whatever it was, I would just eat a spoonful of crunchy peanut butter.
Some people are going to be like, you just ate straight peanut butter? I can totally relate because I've done it before, and I do it when I'm craving it.
And it really helped. It really helped. And
Yeah.
and I would munch on some nuts. So I know I broke fast, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't do a true 100% juice fast if I ate some nuts.
But I mean, it's
But if I was
eating
craving
a spoonful of peanut butter is different than like if you break the fast by eating
a half a bag of potato chips.
yeah, or like a half chicken with mashed potatoes and carrots. Sounds really good. Yeah, and pro tip, I add salt to my peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
Why are you letting them decide how much salt? I want more. So I add salt to my peanut butter to the whole jar, mix it in, and then when I have my peanut butter and banana, it is salty. Well, it's not salty, but it's delicious because you can really
You got the
taste
sweetness from the banana.
it. Exactly.
You got the peanut butter, the nice salty.
Yeah, you get the fat from the oil,
Oh.
the salty, the crunch, the texture. That's all you need.
Actually, a banana peanut butter sandwich is one of my favorite sandwiches.
You can't beat it,
You can't.
especially when you add salt to the peanut butter. Pro tip.
All right, so what are some good snacks for focus, bro? Let's crush these.
Blueberries.
Yes.
Duh.
Duh.
Have you been on the internet? Everyone talks about them. Blueberries and other deeply colored berries deliver
Anthocyanins?
Anthocyanins. Good one, bro. A group of plant compounds with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Some of the antioxidants in blueberries have been found to accumulate in the brain and help improve communication between brain cells.
Helps that focus. Blueberries are like, I don't eat enough blueberries. Every time I read this research, it's like,
It always comes back to blueberries.
eat dark berries. And I'm
Man,
like,
you
I
know
need
what?
to
They
eat more
grow
dark
in
berries.
Georgia.
I know.
I'm about to put a couple bushes in the backyard.
I know. Should.
What are we waiting on?
Next, pumpkin seeds. So
Ooh.
zinc nerve signaling. So this is things found in pumpkin seeds in high concentration. So it has zinc, which is good for nerve signaling.
All right.
Magnesium, which is good for learning and memory. Copper, which control nerve signals, and iron, which helps with brain fog. Bro, you get
Bro.
some pumpkin seeds.
I want some right now. Some pepitas, bro.
And then
Dark-
when you're craving that sweetness, what do you eat, bro?
Dark chocolate.
You mean not the creamy milk chocolate?
Not the milk chocolate that's actually 85% sugar. Dark chocolate. So dark chocolate has flavonoids. They gather in the areas of the brain that deal with learning and memory. Researchers believe that these compounds may enhance memory and also help slow down age-related mental decline.
Dark chocolate, bro.
And if I'm not mistaken, flavonoids are in the polyphenol category,
Oh, yeah.
which we talked about with green tea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these compounds.
Mm.
So it turns out, this is crazy, right? Plants are good for you. So they have a lot of compounds that help us. And cocoa, cacao, whatever, dark chocolate is amazing for you too,
Yeah.
when it's not 95% sugar.
So have some dark chocolate around you always.
Having a s'more, having 4 s'mores at the end of the night when you've had 15 beers, it doesn't count as having some dark chocolate for your focus.
But when you're at work and you're craving and
Something sweet.
now you'll be that person when someone's like, "Hey, you want a donut?" And you're like, "No, I'm gonna eat a piece of dark chocolate." You'll be like,
You
You'll be
don't
the-
want to be a fat, worthless piece of... I'm just kidding.
you'll be the asshole.
You don't want to be unhealthy like me. People get pissed about that. They're
They
like, "You're
do.
better than me because you're eating healthy,"
Yeah, they really do.
and that's
There's
just
a lot of social pressure to eat shit.
yeah. They want you to feel as bad as they feel
Yeah,
because misery loves company.
yeah, it does.
But do you want to feel like shit? No,
No,
nobody does.
I don't.
I don't.
On that, bro.
All right, bro. Let's eat some chocolate or dark chocolate and snacks and blueberries.